I'm a paper mache comic book that God made beautiful, colorful, perfect for a woman who thinks I'm Mr. Fantastic, but until then, I'll embrace my Sue Storms because they remind me of all the natural disasters I've fallen in love with. This is a reminder that Galactus has sucked the life out of the celestial bodies of my past. Listen to the surfer that does his bidding, civil tongue devil that it is. That's a metaphor. My ex wanted a simile. I was supposed to like the ass, but there's something about these two unlike things that we were. When you compared us, we weren't so different after all. Damn, I did it again. But it's my coping mechanism. It's how I make sense of the world around me. Y'all, I was getting dressed in a bathroom for a show in DC beside a homeless man. For a minute, we were exactly the same, both trying to make ourselves look presentable, only I was trying to look like I didn't live like him because some days we're afraid to be free. I want to tell poets to stop wearing camouflage. The rebellion and the beauty in your voice will make them afraid of you. We've seen what happens when they see a power they can't contain, how long before they refer to you as insurgent. I want to tell young black kids to not walk with their hands up. It looks too much like walking across burning sands carrying a cross. How long before they martyr you in the asphalt Bibles, chalk outlined with red like Jesus' last words? I drove into a parking deck with my friends behind me, went past empty opportunity, went up the ramp, they stayed behind me and cussed me out for passing up the good spots. I was just leaving them space to choose. How did I become responsible for their inability to make their own decisions? Some days I don't feel like teaching. I write in metaphor because I was taught that princes with mediocre work ethic would never become kings here. So I graffiti bridge God's bruised tears to a red reminder that the night doesn't love us. See, I understand how powerful words on paper are. Like ink on cotton parchments that told the tale of welt with fireflies brought over here on ships, bottled like model ships, poured like fine wine in the sports and entertainment. They died in them cotton fields. Their narrative was written in indelible ink. Sometimes I wonder if oppressors laugh when we airbrush obituaries on white tees. I write in metaphor because I met a woman with a brain tumor who said that she was a builder. After establishing a successful tutoring program, she said she needed something else to build before the high interest loan with the balloon payment at the end foreclosed on her. I met a woman who said she hadn't written in 6 years since her father committed suicide. She said she lost the words. After I performed, she said she found them again. The next morning, she sent me the poem. She finally realized that they were bedtime stories. She had to get used to her father being the one who was always sleeping. We are all broken stained glass windows. Everybody marvels at us whole but never bothers to understand the pieces. There is a hardbound book sitting on a bookshelf that no one wants to read anymore. They call it old. But in that nursing home is someone full of wisdom, with perseverance in their eyes and a table of contents on their tongue, just waiting to show you the way. I am the product of the greatest metaphor I've ever known. My old Mary Magdalene, who told me that my father's absence was just immaculate conception, then prayed to the North Star for the 3 wise men she would see me become: poet, educator, activist. And it is because of her that I continue to push on. There's an unemployment line of insecurities forming on the pages of my notebook. I social service them back to work in your mind so that you know there's always more work to do. See, this is my gift, to be able to make sense of the world around me. And so I'll offer these metaphors.